Yeah.
If I ask you, what are the factors which govern the equilibrium?
Govern.
Equilibrium is governed by
Hmm.
how many factors? How many factors? Like if you increase the this temperature, pressure, if you add a certain amount of gas, is it going to make any kind of changes over the equilibrium? Is it like that?
No, it's the concentration.
Yes,
If
very
you
good.
increase
Fantastic.
concentration,
The first factor is here concentration. Concentration may change.
yeah.
Second factor,
Second factor is the pressure, and
okay,
followed by temperature.
okay, fine, fine. So we'll just revise it how it is going to govern all the things. If I give you
Hmm.
the reaction of uh, very simple reaction, formation of ammonia,
Yeah.
formation of ammonia.
Hmm.
This was done by a scientist called as a Haber.
Yeah.
This is called as a Haber's process.
Right.
So if I take here nitrogen N2 plus 3 molecule of hydrogen, I get something like a 2 molecule of ammonia. So the question comes here, what is going to happen if I increase the nitrogen, if I decrease the hydrogen? So you must be aware of this. If you increase the thing which is present on the reactant side, the thing which is
Yeah.
present on the reactant side, things on
Hmm.
reactant
Yeah.
are like a demanding thing. They are required material. So if you
Hmm.
increase the required material, reaction is going to be forward or backward. The stuff which
Yeah.
is
If you increase the needed, then reaction will go forward. Yes.
fantastic.
You'll form more product.
Yeah, will form a more product. So it is going
Yeah.
getting forward. It is a logical explanation, and the
Yeah.
scientific explanation is like if you increase the nitrogen or hydrogen, so their amount will increase. So once the amount got increased, the reaction got disturbed. So reaction will try to
Hmm.
get back into the equilibrium. So how it will get back
Yeah.
to in equilibrium? Whatever the amount we have added extra, that will get reacted, and that will give you the product.
Yes.
Okay. So now when you talk about the temperature is having a two condition. Is it a exothermic or endothermic?
Yeah.
If the reaction is exothermic and another condition is endothermic,
Hmm.
what happen in the case of exothermic? If you increase the temperature, reaction is going to be forward or backward?
It will occur backward because you're providing enough energy to break the product's bond.
Yeah, fantastic. And if you decrease, if you in case of endothermic, if you give the heat, then it's going to be
Hmm.
forward.
Forward.
Okay. Can you tell me the energy of reactant is more or product is more in case of exothermic? If
For exothermic, the energy content of the product will be lesser than the product. I mean the reactant. Sorry.
okay, just a minute. I'm putting a graph here.
Yeah.
P here it is a it's a energy,
Hmm. Yeah.
and this is the progress of reaction.
Okay.
So there is another reaction here.
Hmm.
So this was a R. R is like a reactant, and this is a P. P is like a product. Here it is R
Yeah.
reactant, and P is a product. If you look at
Hmm.
the first graph is for
Yeah.
exothermic or endothermic.
First graph, the one on the top will be endothermic.
Okay, this is a
Hmm.
endothermic
Yes.
because the heat has been absorbed. Fantastic.
Hmm.
And this is for exothermic. Good.
Yeah.
So now we'll talk about the last factor, the pressure. How you find the pressure of a gas?
Uh,
How does
Force per
the
unit area.
pressure arises due to
Hmm.
gas?
Because the gas molecules will exert pressure on the surface it is on the container it is in the inner walls, then it on a certain area, then you can see, I
Yes,
guess.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Is there is a more is a number of collision, more is collision happening
Hmm.
to inner wall of container,
Yeah.
inner wall of container.
Yeah.
More is the pressure, more
Hmm.
is the pressure. If you heat by heating, or I can say
Hmm.
that by increasing the temperature,
Yeah.
pressure increases or decreases?
By increasing the temperature, pressure will increase because more energy in the molecules, so they collide more often.
Fantastic. So if you increase the temperature, the pressure is getting increased. So I can say that pressure is
Hmm.
directly proportional to number of gas molecules. More is the number of gas molecule, and there is a more energy also. If you have only more number of molecules, you must have heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you increase the more, like this number of gas molecule, they are
Hmm.
striking also.
Yeah.
So the pressure will also more. Now, if I talk about the third factor in this particular
Yeah.
reaction,
Hmm.
just a minute. Let who's done this? I just
Yeah.
yeah. So the fourth factor was pressure.
Hmm.
Now, if I talk about this reaction, this is a very favorite reaction. N2 plus 3 molecule of hydrogen give you
Yeah.
2 molecule of ammonia.
Hmm.
If I increase the pressure got increased here. Can you tell me reaction is getting forward or backward?
Increase the pressure. It'll go forward because you're colliding more often, so a higher chance of forming product, I guess. Yeah.
Fantastic. So
Hmm.
what I can say that if you have increased the pressure, so reaction will try to shift in that direction where the gaseous number of molecules are lesser. The
Hmm.
side where the number of gas gaseous molecules
Yeah.
are less.
Hmm.
So so reaction will go in that direction where the number of gaseous molecules are less. So if you talk about the product, on the product side, we got how many number of gaseous molecules? Two.
Wait, sorry again.
On the product side, on the right hand side, how many molecules are there?
Two.
Two. So and that too, it has to be in the gas form. G has to be
Yeah.
written there. And here the nitrogen is one molecule and the your hydrogen is three. So it is total how
Hmm.
many? Four.
Yeah.
So as the number of moles are, if the reaction goes in the backward, so there will be more pressure. The pressure is not getting nullified. It is getting more and more increased. So if you
Hmm.
increase the pressure, reaction will go in that direction where the number of gaseous molecules are less.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we are going to start with the today's session with a uh, just let me ask one more question, then I will start. If I have
Yeah.
this H2 plus CO2 give you
Hmm.
water H2O plus CO, carbon monoxide gas. And this
Hmm.
reaction is happening and the enthalpy delta H is here plus 41.2 kilojoule per mole. Now what I'm
Yeah.
doing here, I'm just heating this reaction.
Yeah.
I'm heating. So what do you expect? Is it going forward or backward?
It will go forward if you
Fantastic.
heat it.
So such
Yeah.
kind of questions are expected in your exam also, and they just ask you the justification, so you can give the justification. It is a endothermic. The reaction is a endothermic, and it demands the heat, and once the
Yeah.
heat is given, reaction will go forward. Very good.
Okay.
So we'll start with the today's session. What is the equilibrium and how we attain the equilibrium, and what are the types of equilibrium? So
Hmm.
equilibrium expression and equilibrium constant.
Hmm.
Constant. So what is the equilibrium? First of all, as you know, any reaction which is having a forward and a backward.
Yeah.
Same rate.
Okay.
The rate of forward reaction is same as the rate of backward reaction. And whenever you want to get an equilibrium, reaction should be carried out in a closed container. It should be in a closed
Close
container.
container. Yeah.
So if I give you the example here, see, if I have I'm writing here, hydrogen, when hydrogen H2 reacts with iodine, in a
Yes.
closed container at 500 Kelvin, the following equilibrium is obtained.
Okay.
So if you see this reaction like H2 plus I2, it gives you 2 molecule of HI.
Yeah.
So this is an equilibrium. Now the question comes, how I get an equilibrium expression? This was an equilibrium. This is an equilibrium because there is a forward and the backward reaction, both are happening. So the next question arises, how I can get a equilibrium expression.
Oh, okay.
So we get it by here. If I talk about this particular reaction, I'm trying to get an equilibrium expression for this H2 plus I2 reaction. So for this, I will say we get it by taking the square concentration of hydrogen iodide. So why I'm taking the square, I will let you know. We get it by taking the square concentration of hydrogen iodide and dividing it by the concentration of hydrogen and iodine at equilibrium. So if you look at this particular reaction, you can find this right hand side is a product and this is the left hand side. Left hand side is nothing but we call it as a reactant. You must have heard something called as this LOMA. This is the short form. This is called as a law of mass action. Law of mass action. Have you heard this?
No.
Okay. So here, if you apply the law of mass action to a reaction which is a reversible, so we write it like a K equals to molar concentration of product. Here, what is a product?
Product is hydrogen iodide.
So what is the coefficient of hydrogen iodide here? Coefficient moles.
2.
So it is a, that's why I'm writing here square. If there would have been nothing, then I would have written 1. Square will replace by the 1. If there would have been 3, I would have written in the Q. So it is a HI square upon concentration of H2 and a square bracket concentration of I2. So when you put a square bracket means it is an active concentration. Active concentration. The concentration which is actually involved during the reaction, that is called as an active concentration, and that is represented by the square bracket. So how you get any equilibrium expression? The equilibrium expression vary from equation to equation. So for this particular reaction, the equilibrium expression is this one, Kc equals to, now why I have written here C, you must ask that. I will let you know that also. Kc is equals to Hi square upon H2 into I2. So if I just let me scroll down, if you see this, what is a Kc? So I can say that Kc is nothing but a, here what the C is nothing but a subscript refers to refers to the fact that concentration have been used in calculation. You will later on you will find there is something called as a KP also. So here we are using the concentration. That's why I'm writing here C. When I will use the pressure, then I will write on the P. Are you getting the point or not?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So what is a Kc? Kc is a nothing but a equilibrium constant only, and where C is representing, this is a nothing but your
Concentration being used.
concentration. Fantastic. So we'll see one more example here. Let us consider. Let us see a reaction like m mole of A react with the n mole of B, and it give you P mole of C and the Q mole of D. And here, what are the M and P, Q? M and N is the moles of reactant,
Concentration.
and the P comma Q is the moles of product.
Right.
So what we do here, if we apply the law of mass action here, so what is a Kc is going to be the concentration of product raised to its coefficient. So here coefficient is P. So I will write down
P.
raised to P. So when I will write down the D, so D raised to what is going to be?
D.
Q.
Q. Sorry, my bad.
And then if you got a reactant on the right hand side, so it is going to be A raised to M.
A or power M.
Yeah, A power M and then B power N.
B power N. Yeah.
So this equation is called as a equilibrium expression. This is called as a equilibrium expression.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is also called as a equilibrium constant also.
Okay.
Because whatever the constant value you got it's going to be constant whether you change the reactant or product concentration, because this is an equilibrium. If you increase the concentration of product, it is going to get back to the reactant only, because it was in equilibrium.
Yes.
So the value of equilibrium constant remains constant. Is it clear?
Yeah.
So let me ask you one question. You will write down the equilibrium expression for that. Should I scroll up?
Yeah. Good.
So here I'm asking you, give me the expression for this. Question is like this, right? The expression for Kc, the reaction is this way. 2 molecule of SO2, that is to gas, react with a 1 molecule of oxygen gas. It give you just a minute. It give you 2 molecule of SO2, 2 molecule of SO3 gas. So can you give me here Kc? I'm just testing your concept. Have you understood or not? Can you give me Kc? What can be the Kc here? Just see the reaction properly. See the reaction properly.
What is the concentration?
Concentration is nothing but a mole per liter. That is the amount which is getting participated in any amount of liquid. If
Wait,
you have
it's not a new.
It's DMQ also, you can say mole per DMQ, decimeter cube.
Oh, okay.
So the concentration is like a amount of substance which have been dissolved. So what can be the here expression for Kc?
Mole per dm cube square and over mole per dm.
You just give me this not unit. You just give me the equation like I had written up here. Kc was like that.
Okay.
Equilibrium
It will be the concentration of SO3 power
Yes.
2.
Okay. Power
Okay.
2. Okay.
Yeah. Over concentration of SO2, power 2, and oxygen will be just 1.
Yes, this is valid, but you have not seen the reaction properly. I had given you the reaction intentionally only forward direction. If you look at the equation, can you see there is only forward arrow?
Yeah.
So in the forward arrow, you cannot apply the equilibrium. It has to be reversible. Are you getting?
Oh.
I had
So
just,
it'll be 0.
yes, there should be forward arrow or there is a backward arrow. Then there is an equilibrium possibility. If there is only forward arrow, it is no more equilibrium. It is only going the unidirectional.
Hmm.
So now this is valid. If the reaction would have been only in the forward direction, then what you told just now, this is not valid.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have understood this concept. Now, if I ask you, if they ask you what are the units for this, what are the
Hmm.
unit for this? So unit is like as I told you, it's a mole per dmq. So here it is going to be mole per dmq square
Yeah.
upon mole per dmq
Hmm.
into mole per dmq.
Yes.
So it's getting cancelled. Upper and the lower
Yeah.
part
So
will get
it'll
cancelled.
be
So it is,
1 over mole per DMQ.
yeah. So it is no, it's unitless, no unit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is not necessary there will be unit, and the unit is variable because it depend upon your expression.
Hmm.
Expression is whatever they have given you in which form. Accordingly, the unit will arise. Now, one
Okay.
more question. You got a Ag plus and aqueous. Now, have you ever asked why we write on here aqueous whenever we have an ion? Have you ever thought?
Because it's in water.
Because it's,
In water,
so what the water does?
ionizes it.
Okay, fantastic. It does hydration or solvation. Are you getting?
Okay.
So because the
Yeah.
ion is there, so it gets surrounded by water molecule. This is a positively charged. The water got a oxygen with a negative charge, so it gets surrounded like this.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's why we write
Yeah.
that.
The ion dipole interaction. Or something.
Yes, ion dipole interaction. Fantastic.
Okay.
So just let me rough it. So here it is a Ag plus,
Hmm.
and this got converted into Ag S. S is like a solid plus
Yeah.
Fe plus 3. This reaction is a redox reaction. Have you seen the
Yeah. Yeah. We
redox,
have done redox. Yeah. I see redox.
redox
Ag
reaction?
plus redox, Ag and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, Ag is undergoing a reduction.
Hmm.
This fellow is undergoing reduction,
But then NF is
and the
being oxygen.
ferrous gets converted into ferric. That is oxidation.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So can you write down the Kc equation for this? What is the Kc expression?
Kc's expression.
Yes, I want the Kc expression, and then give it its unit also.
Played. Okay. 10. It's CO2. So it's one.
One,
One is the equilibrium constant.
one.
Yeah.
How you got the value number? You cannot get a number here. How you will get
Oh,
a
you
number?
can't.
How you will get a
Because
number?
all the mole per DMQ cancelled out.
So
Isn't
mole
it?
per dmq is a unit. It's a unit.
Yeah.
It's not a
Also, no.
number. So you are telling no unit.
Yeah.
Okay, let me cross check. Okay.
Yeah.
And the expression is going to be, the Kc is going to be what? Have you written this only? Ag and
Yeah.
then
Ag bracket Fe3 plus over Fe2 plus and over and Ag plus.
okay, fine. There is a nothing like a power here, right?
No.
So
So
the
there.
concentration, what you have taken the concentration of this fellow? Whatever the concentration you have taken for Ag, can you tell me?
1.
1. Why you taken 1?
Because there's nothing written there, like for the coefficient.
No. What concentration is like activity? There is a word called as
Oh,
an
sorry.
activity.
4 per dm cube.
No. You are writing this for activity of solid. For activity of solid, we take as a 1.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
understood. You have to just imagine, because they have written here S. S indicates it's a solid. So
Yeah.
solids are not participating. Their ions are not getting involved. So how you can say there is a participation? So solid have an activity 1. So its
Okay.
activity is a 1. So the concentration which we are able to get, the Kc value will arise this way. It's a
Hmm.
Fe plus 3 upon Ag plus upon Fe plus 2. So this is an expression. We'll get it. If you're writing this, this is
Yeah.
not getting valid because Ag we don't write actually because it's 1 or finally. So this is an
Hmm.
expression. Now you put the value like a mole per dm cube.
Okay.
So you will get a
Yeah.
unit. Are you
1
ready?
over mole per.
Yes. So this is the how we proceed. You'll find these kind of questions are asked in your exams also because they don't
Hmm.
ask like complicated questions.
Yeah.
Okay. The one more question just to test have you understood or not. Uh,
Hmm.
for example, if I write it like this way, H2 plus I2 give you 2HN.
Hmm.
So you just write down the Kc expression. What is a Kc expression and a unit? I want both.
Okay,
What is the
done.
Kc is what? Can you pronounce
The
Kc?
expression or the unit?
Expression. First expression, then unit.
Expression is Hi power 2,
Okay,
H2, and I2 on the bottom.
fantastic. So what's the unit here?
Units will be no units.
No unit because always you'll cancel. Fantastic.
Right.
So you just tell me the unit for this particular second question.
Second, okay. 1 over mole per dm cube.
1
Over mole per dm cube.
mole per dm cube. Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
So we have understood this thoroughly. Very good. Now we'll go with another, that is your one numerical based upon this concept. This was a only concept. Now the one application of this. See, have you studied organic chemistry?
No.
No. Okay. See, what is the name of this compound? If you are like this, CH3, C double bond O, CH3. Can
Hmm.
you give me the name of this compound? No.
Name of this compound will
Yeah.
be.
There's a two name. There's a one is a common name,
That means. Yeah,
and another is a IUPAC name.
um. Wait. C double bond or. No. No, I don't know.
Okay, so the common name for this compound is an acetone, and the
Okay.
IUPAC name for
Common.
this compound is a propanone.
Oh, okay, that helps.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
We'll learn. So the question I'm writing here: find Kc value for given reaction. For given reaction, and the reaction is given here. You have
Yeah.
acetone, and you are making it react with a HCN. HCN is called as a hydrogen cyanide. It's a
Oh,
weak acid. It's a weak acid. So they react together and we get something like a
yeah.
cyanohydrine, and the product is this CH3COHCN. And how we got it? This is having the different chemistry. We'll learn it later on. This is an organic chemistry reaction.
Yeah.
So you got a acetone, you got a hydrogen cyanide,
Hmm.
and you got a acetocyanohydrine. This is a product. Now, let me write down the statement. Find the
Yeah.
Kc value for the given reaction. Mixture of
Hmm.
0.0500 mole per dmq propanone
Hmm.
is mixed
Yes.
with 0.0500 mole per dmq of HCN, hydrogen cyanide.
Right.
Now, at equilibrium,
Hmm.
at equilibrium, the concentration of product, the
Hmm.
concentration of product
Yeah.
is 0.0233
Hmm.
mole per dmq. So it is
Yeah.
like that. Initially, then when there was a no reaction,
Hmm.
initially the concentration of propanone was 0.055, 0.0500. Similarly,
Yeah.
the concentration of hydrogen cyanide was also 0.0500 at the beginning when the reaction was not started. So
Yeah.
I will write down the reaction here again. It's like a
Hmm.
CH3, CO, CH3
Hmm.
plus hydrogen cyanide. It gives
Hmm.
us cyanohydrine. That is a CH3, COH,
Okay.
CH3, CN. Now, at the beginning, initial,
Yeah.
what is the concentration of reactant?
Initially, the concentration is 0.05.
Fantastic. Mole per dmq. And this is also 0.0500 mole
Hmm.
per dmq. So what was the
Yeah.
concentration of product initially?
Concentration of product initially will be
Zero, because it
zero.
has not
Zero.
started. Reaction has not started. The product has not formed at all. Initial amount.
Yeah.
So they are asking at equilibrium. At equilibrium, when the reaction has started and they have attained an equilibrium, so he is telling the reaction is like at equilibrium.
Yeah.
We don't know. We have to find
Yeah.
it. To find, yep, we have to find it. What is the amount of this, and what is the amount of hydrogen cyanide? And they have given you the
Yeah.
amount of product. What is the amount of product at equilibrium?
0.0525.
0.0233. No.
Why?
25 is for this, na, for reactant only. For 0.05 is for reactant, and they have told you
Oh, okay.
here
Okay. Just
that
be given. Okay.
you got it.
Yeah.
They have given us
Right.
0.0233 at
Yeah.
equilibrium. So now,
Yes.
very important thing comes here. You must have heard a chapter called as a mole stoichiometry relation. Have you heard stoichiometry? See, like this stoichiometry, like a relation mole concept. From the reaction, if you look at this reaction, I can say that 1 mole of propanone react with a 1 mole of hydrogen cyanide, give you 1 mole of product. If you look at the
Yeah.
reaction, here you can say there is a 1 mole of this because the coefficient is nothing, so it is a 1 only. Similarly, 1 mole of hydrogen cyanide is reacting and we are getting 1 mole of this.
Yes.
So from the equation, I can say that 1 mole of acetone react
Yeah.
with, or I guess 1 mole of acetone consume 1 mole of hydrogen cyanide. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
So therefore, concentration of acetone and a hydrogen cyanide, because 1 mole react with a 1 mole. So whatever the amount of concentration of hydrogen cyanide and acetone is left is the initial minus the amount of reactant product produced here.
Yeah.
So initially we had a 0.0500 minus this much is getting produced. So this will be the amount at equilibrium. What do you say?
I see it. Yeah.
So if you subtract, you will get a number like this is 7 0. So it comes nearly 0.0267.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the concentration at equilibrium, because we were not aware of the concentration of your propanone and hydrogen cyanide at equilibrium. So we got it with the help of this reaction, because the reaction says that 1 mole of acetone react with a 1 mole of hydrogen cyanide and we get a 1 mole of product. So when the concentration you want to find it, so we can correlate. Initially it was 1 mole, now they have given you 0.050. So you will subtract it. So after subtracting, we are getting this. So just we'll write on here Kc. What is the Kc equation here?
Yeah.
Can you say that Kc equation?
Kc equation here will be
concentration of product.
Yeah.
Upon concentration of reactant.
Yeah.
Either you write a product or you have to just you have to specify what is the product here. So the product is here like this: CH3 COH CN on CH3, and then this is your CH3 CO CH3, and then HCN. So this is your amount. Now what we do here, we'll put the value of concentration here. So the concentration of this your product is how much? Can you tell me?
Concentration of a product is
at equilibrium.
At equilibrium. For product, it will be 0.0233.
Okay. Upon the concentration of propanone and hydrogen cyanide at equilibrium, how much we got it?
At equilibrium, 0.0267.
Fantastic. So we'll multiply it 2 times. So once you simplify this whole equation, you get a number like 32. So it's what can be unit for this? Can you tell me?
It units wise will just be 1 over mole per dm cube.
Fantastic. So the equation is this, and you can find this kind of question in your question paper. So if you try more questions, you will get a more confidence regarding this kind of concept. Okay. So if you have a question, you should try, and if you have any doubt, you should ask me. Let me proceed ahead here. You understood this properly, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Factors which affect the equilibrium factors.
Yeah.
Affecting Kc. So we'll have a 4 or 5 factors here. There is a concentration, pressure, and then temperature. The first thing we can see here, Kc and change in concentration. Do you think concentration will change and the Kc will also change? Do you think? As you are changing the concentration Kc, what is the meaning of Kc?
Yes, it will change because it's a factor affecting the chemical equilibrium.
So do you think it is going to change or it will remain constant?
It will change.
No, it will remain constant.
What? How? Why?
See, because it's equilibrium constant. You are changing the concentration. So because of changing concentration, whatever, if you look at this reaction, H2 plus I2 give you 2HI.
Yeah.
Are you getting? If you add here something like a Kc formula is going to be Hi raised to 2 upon H2 into I2. Assume
Yeah.
I'm adding here hydrogen. I'm adding here hydrogen. So what do you mean by adding hydrogen? I'm just changing the concentration of hydrogen. So once the hydrogen concentration got changed, so that will give you more amount of Hi or it will reduce the Hi.
It will give you more amounts of HI.
So in the same proportion as the hydrogen is increasing, in the same proportion your Hi is also increasing.
Right.
Because if you look at the equation, you can say that as the hydrogen is increasing, there is an increase in the Hi. So both remains approximately 99% their constant value comes only.
Yeah.
If you go by the practically you can find there is a very, very, very less change. So, but we are supposed to say there is a constant value ever change in a concentration also. So we'll explain. I will explain you. Just hold on.
Okay.
Do you read the textbook, your reference book?
We don't have them. We just use lecture notes.
Okay, okay. So from where you do the self study?
Mostly lecture notes and then the notes I make also.
Okay, fine, fine. So the factors affecting the Kc, the C here, if all other conditions, all other conditions like temperature and the pressure I'm talking, they are not getting changed. I am only changing the concentration. If all other condition is not changed,
Yeah.
the value of Kc remains same.
Okay.
The value of Kc remains same.
Okay.
Example I can say here, you got a 2Hi which give you H2 plus I2. Here, if I ask you what is an equilibrium constant, so some value will come here for this Kc. I say there is a X value comes for an equilibrium constant, and the unit will be here no unit because it will get cancelled here. So it is a no unit.
Yeah.
Because mole per dmq will cancel out up and down. So after adding Hi, equilibrium will get disturbed. Agree?
Yeah. Correct.
Is it going forward or backward?
If you add more reactant, then you go forward.
Fantastic. So the amount of Hi you have added, the same will result into the formation of more product.
Yes.
So that result is the same Kc. Same Kc value is obtained.
Why? How?
If you have any numerical values, just a minute, I got a reference. I just need to put that values here. We'll have to just a minute. There is a reference book. From that reference book, I will put the values here. Just a minute, hold on. See if let me. Should I scroll up?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just see. I'm just writing here data. Just look at the data. Concentration of H2.
Yeah.
concentration of I2 all at equilibrium. This is at equilibrium. Both are at equilibrium concentration.
Yeah.
And concentration of HI at equilibrium. No, I will write down the two values. I will give you two value.
Yeah.
Just if you write down the concentration of H2 at equilibrium, like I write it here like a 0.50 into 10 raised to minus 3.
Yes.
And similarly, concentration of I2, I put it like 0.50 into 10 raised to minus 3. And the concentration of HI at this is like a 6.30 into 10 raised to minus 3. So what is the Kc for this? I need to calculate. You should please take a calculator with you. We'll calculate right now only. This is a 1.10 into 10 raised to minus 3, and this is 2.00 into 10 raised to minus 3, and this is like a 18.8 into 10 raised to minus 3. So what is the Kc for this? Now if you look at this both the equation, the Kc value is what is the formula for Kc here?
Products concentration, power concentration over reactance power.
So it is a HI power 2
correct,
upon I2 into H2. Now what do? You put the first values of first data here.
Yes.
Then you similarly put for the
3
other data.
10 power negative 3 square.
So can you tell me what is the value we are getting for the first one?
Yeah, wait,
just take your time and do it.
Yeah. First one is 0.03969.
Okay, just let me here put the equation. Just see here. Your HI is this is a 6.30 into 10 power 3 minus 3 overall 2.
Yeah.
Upon I2. I2 is here given as 0.50 into 10 minus 3 into 0.50 into 10 minus 3. So you have to just do the calculation, simple calculation. It's getting what?
You will get 0.03969.
0.039. This is the final value after doing the division?
Yeah.
This is final value. Okay, what about this one? Second equation?
Second equation, it will be
just let me do also calculation. I'm also doing here.
Negative 0.0001. What?
Just 0.50. Just a minute, let me do it. So I got it here is a 158 Harkirat. I'm getting here 158. If you divide this 39.69 divided by 0. See, this is what 10 power minus 3.
Yes.
So if you make it square, it's get 10 power minus 6.
Yes.
So this and this will get cancelled.
Correct.
So you need to just put a square of this. See. Are you able to see?
Yes.
You'll make a square of this 6.30. What is the square of 6? Approximately it's 36.
36.
So once you take a square of 6.30, it comes 39.69.
Yeah.
Now what do? Here you multiply 0.50 into 0.50, it comes 0.25. So once you divide it, it comes, I'm getting here as a 158.76. This is the first value. You are getting something like this. That is wrong. What we are getting here is a 158.76. So can you calculate for the second one? You put all this data and calculate and give me.
Okay, okay.
The power will get cancelled. Don't worry about the power.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got 8.5.
8.5. Again, you are doing something wrong. We should not get like that. See, just so see the calculation here. You got the equation
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
What is the value of HI for the second one?
Oh wait, I forgot to square. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. The square was the issue.
What do you do here? You just cancel it out. You put the value here. First, you write down the equation on the paper, and once you have written on the paper, you put the values. The value of HI is here 18.8 into 10 raised to minus 3, the whole power 2.
Yeah.
Now divide it by 1.10 into 10 power minus 3 power 1, and this is also 2.00 into 10 raised to minus 3. So if you look at the 10 power minus 3, so this is getting cancelled here.
Yeah, yeah, that I get.
Then this will get cancelled here. So what the value is remaining here is 18.8 divided by 1.10 into 2.
Yeah, and 18.8 is square.
How much you are getting?
158.76. No, it's okay. Now can.
How much?
58.7. Yeah.
Same exactly or different?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Same exactly. 1.58.7.
So what we were discussing, if you look at the concentration of H2, initially the concentration of H2 and I2 was same.
Yes.
And the HI was this much. So later on, when you change the concentration of H2 and your I2, everything got changed, but the Kc is not getting changed. For the equation number 1, the Kc was a 158, and for equation number 2 also the Kc is 158. So does the concentration change the Kc?
Yeah.
Yes
No,
or
no,
no?
no, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
No.
remains the same. Okay. I hope you got the concept of concentration over the Kc. So let me move ahead with another concept of what does the pressure. Do you think pressure is getting any change over the concentration Kc value? No, not at all. When you say the concentration, logically there is no change at all. See, the second thing was the Kc value, which change in pressure. If you change the pressure, what is the effect happening to the Kc? So I can say
It's
that
just the direction of the reaction doesn't change the Kc at all. No.
Yeah,
nothing.
fantastic. So no change in Kc.
Yeah.
After adding or after changing, I can say that. Pressure. Now the next one is very important. The third one, which I'm right now going to tell you, Kc and the temperature. Kc and the temperature. Now the temperature can have a two type of temperature. For exothermic and for endothermic, we can have a two type of equation.
Correct.
So if you have here endothermic, and you got an exothermic. So no, if you increase temperature for endothermic, if you decrease temperature for exothermic, so there is not going to be Kc value remains constant here. Why?
Yes.
Just see, because the equation is getting either forward or the backward. See, for exothermic, if I give the equation here for endothermic, it's like a 2HI give you H2 plus I2. See, for an exothermic, I can write here 2SO2 plus O2 give you 2SO3.
Yeah.
Here, as the concentration of H2 and I2 is increasing.
Yeah.
Now the concentration of H2 and I2 will increase as temperature is increasing or decreasing. What do you say?
Yeah. It
It will increase because it is endothermic. If you increase the
will.
temperature, reaction is getting forward.
Yeah.
Now you write on the equation for Kc. Kc is going to be H2 by I2 upon Hi power 2.
Yeah.
Now here which value is greater one? Numerator or denominator? According to this
You
data, this value is
it
increasing. H2 and I2 is increasing because you have a heated
Yeah.
that is resulting into the more formation of H2 and I2.
Yeah.
So the Kc is directly proportional to this upper one.
Hmm.
The Kc will increase in case of endothermic
Oh.
because it is directly proportional to this. Now here the reaction is not getting backward. Reason is it is not getting backward. The reaction is not getting the desired amount of temperature because it was at the particular temperature. It was in equilibrium. Now you have given the heat. So unless you don't take the heat out, reaction is not getting backward.
Yeah.
So for exothermic, for endothermic, if you increase the temperature, Kc will also increase. For exothermic, we'll see the equation here.
Yeah.
As temperature increases, do you think product will increase or a reactant will increase? Whose concentration will increase? The concentration of product will increase or reactant?
More reactor.
Yes. So the
More
concentration of
reactor.
SO2 and O2 will increase. That is your reactant.
Yeah.
So you write down here Kc again. So Kc is going to be SO3 power 2 upon SO2 power 2 O2. So here the value of this data is more. So
Yeah.
it will become lesser.
Lesser.
So Kc is decreasing when you increase the temperature. So you got a difference between the reaction. So based upon the reaction, we used to say, is it forward or backward? So have you understood?
Yeah.
If you want to take a screenshot of or a photo of this, you can take it because it will take a time to write all the things. Okay. So we'll move ahead.
Yeah.
Now, this was equilibrium for concentration for aqueous solution. Now, equilibrium for gas reaction. Equilibrium for gas reaction.
Yes.
Now, see, as I told you, pressure of a gas is mainly because of its number of gaseous molecule. If there is a more gaseous molecule and they are striking to the inner wall of container, there is getting more and more pressure.
Yeah.
Have you heard called as a partial pressure?
Yeah. In gas law. Yeah.
Yes, gas laws, very good. Dalton's law
Yeah.
of partial pressure. What it says that, I will just explain you. Partial is like it's not complete. It's not complete. So let us consider, let's see, mixture of gases. Let's see mixture of gases.
Yeah.
Gas A, gas B, gas C, closed
Yeah.
in a one container. In a one container. So therefore total pressure of that container will be partial pressure of A plus partial pressure of B gas plus partial pressure of C gas, and whatever it has. If there is a more gases, the partial pressure of that will also apply. If I ask you
Yeah.
how we get a partial pressure, can you give me the composition of an air?
Air is made of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon
Yeah,
dioxide,
major contribution is like a 78% is given by,
nitro.
and if I say 21% is given by O2, if I take it approximately
O2, yes.
22%, yes, I want to make it 100. So what is the fraction of O2 in air? Mole of O2
Oh,
is 22
28
upon
over
100.
100.
Are you getting?
Yeah.
So it is like a 0.22. If
Yes.
anybody asks you what is the mole fraction of oxygen acting on our body, you must have seen those person who does the scuba diving. So they carry the 2 cylinder.
Yes.
They don't go with the 1 cylinder. What is the reason? What is the science behind that they carry the 2 cylinder? And if you are a beginner in the scuba diving, the coach will never let you to go very deep.
You need more oxygen.
We need more oxygen. No, we need the same amount of oxygen, because if you go deeper,
Yeah.
under sea, what is going to happen?
Yeah. Pressure decrease.
Fantastic. No, pressure will increase. As you go down, pressure is
Yeah.
increases.
Yeah.
Pressure increases.
Yeah.
Down. At under 10 feet,
Yeah.
1 atm pressure increases. After 10 feet, 1 atm pressure increases, right? If I'm standing under the water by 90 feet, the amount of pressure which is acting on our body will be 10 atm. Will be 10 atm.
Yeah.
Now we have a habit of taking oxygen at how many atm?
1.
1 atm. If you get a suddenly air by the 10 atm, 10 atm is like a 10 times pressure.
Yeah.
So the human body is not having the tendency to take oxygen at that of a pressure, because there is a law called as a Henry's law. You will study all the things later on. Henry's law says that the solubility is directly proportional to the pressure.
Yeah.
If you have a more amount of pressure, the more amount of gas will get dissolved.
Yes.
So the fellow who's undergoing the deeper water for the scuba diving, if the pressure is very high, the solubility of that gas will be very high in the human blood. So once the blood gets highly diluted, because there is a more solubility, so more amount of your gas will get dissolved, so it is getting more diluted. So once it gets more diluted, your artery which carries the oxygenated blood, it requires more amount of blood, so it will get thicker. So once the artery gets thicker, it will demand more amount of oxygen. So in that course, there is getting pain also, because there is a widening in the diameter of artery, so that can result into the pain also. So that's why they guide you need to carry the 2 cylinder, because the 2 cylinder, one contains the oxygen and another contains the nitrogen, that maintains the normal pressure which we take on the surface.
Okay. Yeah.
So this was something like a partial pressure, which we inhale. We don't take oxygen purely, we take an air, and the air is mixture of nitrogen and the oxygen, and the oxygen is useful for the human body, nitrogen does not react at all. So the partial pressure of oxygen which is acting on our human body is 0.22 atm approximately. Are you getting? What is the partial pressure? I will get back to that again. Just hold on.
Yeah,
You got it?
Yeah, I understood partial pressure. That one I know from gas law.
Okay, fine. So when you have a, because that was an application, because once I ask you what is the partial pressure of partial pressure of oxygen. So partial pressure of oxygen is the pressure, it's uh,
Pressure of no percentage of oxygen over
mole fraction of
total
oxygen
amount of air.
into its
Yeah,
total pressure. Mole fraction of oxygen into its total pressure. So the mole fraction of oxygen is what? 0.22
2
into
times the
1
1
atm.
atm, which is
So
0
it comes same only.
101. Yes,
So that's the value which I told you at the beginning only.
yeah,
So now coming back to again, if you want to write down equilibria for an equation like a gas, equilibrium for gas reaction.
yeah,
So let us see this equation like N2 gas plus you got a 3 molecule of hydrogen gas react together and we get a 2 molecule of nitrogen gas. Now here they want to ask you write on the Kc. So here you cannot write on the Kc because the concentration is not given here, because they have given you gas. Gases are
yes,
measured in terms of pressure. Gases are measured in terms of pressure, and the unit of pressure is a Pascal. What is the unit for pressure? It's
partial.
a Pascal or
Yeah,
atm.
yeah,
Okay, so here we will write down Kp. We'll write down here Kp. Like C subscript was representing the concentration used, here the P subscript will represent the pressure is used.
hmm.
So the same data will be the same. It is the concentration of your product N2. But if
Yeah,
you write like this, then you are getting wrong. We are not supposed to write like this. This is totally wrong. Here what we are going to do, we'll write on P. We'll write on
P.
P raised to 2 upon NH3 upon P raised to nothing for nitrogen into P raised to 3 for hydrogen. Do you understand how we are supposed to write down for Kp equation?
Yeah,
Yes or no?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Take the
Okay.
pressure into the more.
Now,
Yeah,
just I will ask you one question based upon this. You got the equation. See, let us see this question. Calculate Kp
hmm.
for this reaction. Now see, if you got a equation like 2 molecule of SO2, that is gas, react
Hmm.
with a 1 molecule of oxygen gas, and we get 2 molecule of SO3 gas.
Yeah,
They have given you the partial pressure of SO2. Partial pressure of SO2 is given as 1.0 into 10 raised to 6 Pascal, that is Pa. Partial pressure of O2 is given as 7.0 into 10 raised to minus 10 raised to, not minus, it's a 10 raised to 6, 10 power 6, 6
yeah,
Pascal. And similarly, partial pressure of SO3 is given as 8.0 into 10 raised to 6 Pascal.
hmm.
Now you have to use the calculator and you are supposed to tell me the what is the Kp value
Yeah.
and with the unit. First write on the
Okay.
equation.
Yeah. Okay, I got the expression done.
What's expression? Can you pronounce?
Ah, expression will be SO3 pressure
As
power
it's
2
like a partial pressure of SO3 power, it will
partial
be
pressure of
power will be
partial
raised
pressure
to
of SO3 power 2
2.
over partial pressure of oxygen, no power, multiplied by partial pressure of SO2 power 2.
Fantastic. So now you put the value, because this is the all the partial pressure is given here.
Hmm.
You put the value and calculate what we are getting.
Okay. Wait, is that 4 or is that 1 or 7? Sorry. The oxygen's partial.
Uh, it's one. Wait, this one.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
seven,
yeah.
seven, seven, seven.
Uh, uh, okay. 9.14 times 10 power 6.
Is it minus or only 6?
Negative 6.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes. Are you sure?
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 9.142857143 times 10 power
Fantastic.
negative 6.
Okay, fine. So that's the value. You are getting 9.1 into 10 to minus 6. The unit is going to be Pascal inverse.
Hmm.
Pascal inverse. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is about the KP and your how to calculate the solubility, your this partial pressure. Now we'll talk about. You must have. I have already, I guess, explained you about acid and the base. Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah. You did.
Yeah, we have a discussion over this. Yet I will ask you all these things. This equation I am writing here. You will just
Yeah.
explain me. If there is an increase in pressure, what will happen? What will happen? Is it forward or backward? Forward or backward? F is forward and B is for backward. If I decrease in temperature, then it is a forward or backward. You have to just
If
cross.
decreasing in temperature depends on what kind of reaction.
I
Is
have
it?
written.
Oh,
I have
okay.
written everything.
Oh, okay. So following the first one on the top, exothermic, if you decrease temperature, reaction will go forward.
You're talking about first. Is it pressure or something else?
Second one, the decrease in temperature.
Okay, you mean to say it is getting a backward or forward?
Backward. I mean forward. Sorry, forward. Forward.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Maybe for. Huh?
You're decreasing the temperature, so it is getting forward.
Yeah. I said
The-
forward.
yeah, but you should not get confused.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's forward. Okay. So what about this?
Yeah.
The pressure got increased, and then what will happen to?
Increase pressure. I
Look
know.
at the number of gaseous molecules. Where the gaseous molecules are less, the reaction will go in that direction.
Hmm.
What is the gaseous number of molecules of the product? What is the number?
2. So
It's a 2 on the product. What is the number on the reactant?
4. It is 4.
3 plus
So
1,
it will
4.
go back. The
If you increase
reaction
the
will be.
pressure, if you increase the pressure, where the number of gaseous molecule are less,
Oh, it'll go forward for sure. Forward.
it's forward.
Instantly.
If you remove ammonia, then
Oh, it'll go forward.
Yes. So this kind of question you ask, you get it in an MCQ. You will definitely get all these kind of questions.
Okay.
After that, we gotta hear the theories of an acid and the base. Theories of an acid and
Yeah.
the base. If I ask you the question like this, have you heard the name of HCl,
Yeah.
HF,
Yeah.
HBr, HI? Have you heard all the
Yeah.
four?
Yeah.
All are acids or base?
Acids.
All are acids. This is a hydrochloric acid.
Hmm.
This is the hydrofluoric. This is a hydrobromic.
Hydrogen bromide.
And this is
Okay.
a hydroiodic.
Hydrogen.
So the question comes, strongest
Yeah.
acid
Hmm.
and the weakest acid. Can you tell me among these four which is the strongest? If I get the numbering here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and why?
Okay. Let me think. Yeah. 1 second. Huh?
Okay, take your time.
Yeah. Yeah. HCl. Yeah.
Which one?
HCl is strongest.
HCl is the strongest. Okay. What about weakest?
Hydroiodic.
Hydroiodic is the weakest. Okay. Now, uh, no, the both are not correct. This is not, both are wrong here. So why and how, I will just explain you. Basically, when
Yeah.
you say anybody is acid, so what are the criteria for defining the fellow as an acid to the base? So as I told you
Yeah.
here, it's all are an acid. So this is very much clear.
Hmm.
So what acid does? What acid does in terms
Hmm.
of proton? In terms of proton, can you define what is proton?
In
Basically, proton is what? H plus.
yeah.
H
Yeah.
plus is called as a proton. What
Yeah.
about
It
H
reduces
minus? H minus?
it. The
See here, hydride.
hydride. Yeah.
Hydride. We had a discussion of all these things. Now the question comes: which one is the strongest acid? So how we proceed for this kind of question? We have a concept of conjugate base. Have you heard
Hmm.
conjugate base? No. Okay. Uh, See here. HCl is an acid. Acid has a function of losing the proton. So after losing the proton, this fellow will get a Cl minus. Similarly, you got an HBr. HBr will lose the proton and it will get a Br minus.
Yes.
Similarly, we got an HF. It will lose the proton and it will get a F minus. Last, we got an HI. This will also lose the proton and we get an I minus. So
Minus.
all
Yeah.
these four were an acid, and this is the something called as a conjugate base. Acid always make a pair of conjugate base, and base make a pair of conjugate acid.
Conjugate acid.
Always there is a relation of an acid and the base in terms of this only. Acid have a conjugate. If acid is strong, if acid is strong, conjugate base has to be weak, and vice versa. Both cannot be strong, both cannot be weak.
Okay.
Now the question comes here, we are going to check which conjugate base here, is it I minus is a stable. If the fellow is a stable, if the fellow is a stable itself, it is going to be weaker. It is going to be weaker. So if the fellow is a weaker, the opposite fellow is going to be stronger, because as I told you, there is a relation of weaker and the stronger. Are you getting? So just try to understand, if anybody is a stable, that if a fellow is a stable, it will be weaker. If that is weaker, the opposite fellow is going to be stronger. This is the idea which you have to keep in your mind. Can you give me the atomic number of chlorine here?
Atomic number of chlorine is 17.
Okay, what about the iodine?
Iodine, no, I don't remember, but I read
53.
50 something.
53. So there is a negative charge. Have you heard something called as a resonance?
No.
No, you have not started your organic yet.
No,
Nothing. You, how many chapters you have done?
I've only done till chemical equilibrium.
And before that,
Uh, Ionic bonding, all that.
okay,
Mole documentary.
okay. You can you open your index? Which are the things because they are connected.
Yeah,
Can you open your textbook?
yeah.
So the first index page.
Yes.
Can you read down your chapter's name?
The chapter that you have done. Well, wait. I only have the lecture note. That's why. One
You
second.
have only okay.
Yeah, I have.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess the first one is your moles and equation.
We have done chemical formula, moles, structure
Yes.
of atom, chemical
Yes.
bonding, solid, liquid, gas. I think we have done acids, bases, not oxidation, reduction done, energy changes done.
Okay. Okay. Like
Then we have done.
your organic section is like if you look at organic, is it the
Green
same
one.
year it is going or the next year?
I think next year probably.
Okay. So you don't have a up to what chapter is going to be for this coming academic year?
Uh, I think it stops like
Okay.
at
Fine. No problem.
Biblia probably. We
Okay.
have done periodicity, group 17 on
Yes.
that.
Yes. 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 You have done the periodicity. Okay.
Yeah.
States of matter have you done?
States of matter. Wait, what is states of matter about?
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
that one though. I don't think so. Let me check
Okay.
1 second.
Okay. You just cross check.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one we have done.
Okay. 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 Fine. 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 So because the chapter is connected, which I was just trying to explain you, acid and the base, it's available is in the same chapter only, acid
Yeah.
and the base. Accordingly, that because when you talk about the your conjugate base and all, because I just give you the term called as a resonance. So resonance is very favorite term, or most of the times you will find it is used in organic chemistry.
Yeah.
So just to make it clear, have you gone through your organic section or not? Just I wanted to know because the chapters of an organic, if you look at your index, you will find there's a hydrocarbon, there is a alkanes, halogen
Yeah.
alkane. Okay. Apart from that, you can see the carbonyl compounds. These are very fantastic and the very interesting chapters, alcohol and the carboxylic acids. Okay. Okay. No problem. So you leave the resonance. So here the I minus is having atomic number of 53. The
Okay.
periphery of iodine is very big because there is a nucleus, the first shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell. Which is the biggest atom here?
Biggest atom will be HI. I mean, I.
I minus. So I minus is like a more happy with the negative charge because the bigger is the size and there is a negative charge. That negative charge is getting delocalized. You must have heard the delocalized.
Yes.
So more is a delocalization, more is a stability. So there is a more delocalization for I minus because the size is bigger. So this fellow is a stable. This fellow is a stable.
Stable.
So if this fellow is a stable, is it strong or weak?
It's much more strong.
If I am stable, I will be weak.
Oh.
And the one who's unstable, that is a strong. You just
Okay.
remember this way.
Oh, because it can lose the H plus easily.
Yes. So if you look at the stability, the more is the stability, weaker is the whatever the things are there. So as I told you, this is the I minus is the weak or strong, stable or unstable.
I minus will be much more
Stable,
unstable.
much
Yeah,
more
stable.
stable because the bigger is the size. The bigger is the size, and there is a negative charge. The negative charge will be like it is more roaming.
Yeah.
If you got a bigger size, the electrons are like rotating. So this fellow is
Yes.
highly stable. If this fellow is highly stable, it is going to be weak. If this is a weak, this is getting strong.
Yes.
This is getting strong. Now
Strong.
you come back to which is having the smallest size here among conjugate base?
Cl.
F minus.
Oh, F minus. Yeah. Correct, sir.
So F minus is not rotating the electron that much as much I minus was rotating, because the size of F minus is very, very small. There is
Hmm.
only 2 shell available. So this fellow will be stable or unstable?
This one will be much more unstable.
Unstable. If it is unstable, so it means it is weak or strong?
It will form a much more stronger acid.
Stronger. If this is stronger base, this is the weakest acid. So the weakest is here HF and the strongest is here I. Strongest is here I.
Right.
You got it?
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So these kind of questions are expected in okay.
Yeah.
So we still need to cover the this your conjugate acid and the base concept, because these are the portion which you will find in your study material. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just go through with all the things again, or if you find any kind of difficulties, note it down. In the coming session, you can ask me all the things.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and you'll just let to know the sir what the topic you want to cover in the coming session, because I will finish by that within 1 hour. I will finish the remaining portion of this chapter.
Huh.
Okay, you just pass the message to this sir. He will let me know.
Huh.
Is that you are available on the coming Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Do you have any class?
No, I don't think so. Have to check. What time though?
Is it like afternoon by 3?
Because
3
I finish around 5 o'clock on that day.
you finish it by 5? Okay.
Yeah.
So because I have another
Right.
two, I have a 2 or more classes also. After 5, you are available, right? But
Yeah, but any time
that
to
will be
come
too
home
much.
and all. Yeah.
But it will be highly saturated for you.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. You just pass the message which topic you want to cover up for the coming session, because I need the 1 hour to complete the remaining portion of this particular chapters. And whatever you have a query, you can ask me. If you are not able to take the class on the coming Wednesday, I will take it on the coming Saturday.
Can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see you in the coming Saturday. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.